Hello, I'm Alexandria Hall and I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about the 26 lessons I've learned so far. And the reason why I'm doing this video because on July 3rd I turned 26 years old, so I just wanted to do a video of all the lessons I've learned throughout my life so far, and let's get to it. I have them all written down here, so if I look down, I'm reading off of it. So, all right, the first lesson is speak up. I put this at number one because it's like one of the biggest lessons I have to learn. And this came about when I was in high school and I was bullied. So that is when I had to learn to speak up for myself and not let anyone walk all over me, talk to me any kind of way. So speaking up is number one for me. Number two is don't let anxiety talk you out of anything in life or anything I want to do in life. Okay, so this came about during the pandemic. That's when I realized that my anxiety was really bad. I let anxiety talk me out of leaving the house because I thought, oh my goodness, I was gonna get sick, and so I just stayed in the house. I'm like, no, I don't want to go anywhere. No, I'm not doing this. I'm scared. This is going to happen or that's going to happen to me. So, I let anxiety talk me out of doing a lot of things throughout my life. It wasn't just the pandemic. It was just the pandemic made me realize, like, dang, I let anxiety talk me out of anything or almost everything. And I've learned that lesson around my last birthday when I went jet skiing for the first time. So I went jet skiing for the first time for my last birthday, and I almost didn't do it. But then I'm like, okay, I already paid for it, so I might as well go ahead and jet ski. And the jet ski, it wasn't like those fast jet skis. It was like the slower one. So that's when I'm like, this ain't so bad. I can't let anxiety talk me out of nothing. So since then, I've been, doing anything, even when I'm anxious. All right, number three, stop procrastinating. Okay, I'm still learning this lesson with the procrastination. Okay, so I'm a graduate student, and sometimes it's hard for me to get motivated to do my assignments. And I just procrastinate. I was just like, I'll get to it later. And later comes, I'm like, oh snap, this is due like in a couple hours. Let me hurry up and get to it. So I have to stop procrastinating. I'm still learning this lesson now as a graduate student. Number five, be more confident in myself. This kind of ties into the speak up for myself. When it comes to me being confident, I have to be confident within myself, who I am, what I look like, all of it. So the main thing for me being confident is about my body. Like, I'm slim, and throughout my life people would make comments about my body. Some were good, some were negative, but then of course I let the negative comments stick in my head. So it's like I'm like, oh, I'm trying to do this and that to gain weight or whatever. I mean, I did put on a little weight, but then I'm like, okay, I realize that this is my body. It is what it is, and I have to be confident in it because I live in this body, I wake up with this body, go to sleep in this body, so it's mine. I have to live with it. So that is why being confident in myself is like the, what is it, what lesson is this, the fifth lesson. And I also have to be confident in who I am. There are, personal things of why I have to be confident in myself. I'll probably reveal that later, or if I ever reveal this big reason why I have to be confident in myself. And my personality, I'm quiet, shy, reserved, but I have to get out of that now. Number 6 lesson is being compassionate with myself. I am very hard on myself. Very hard on myself. Anyone knows me knows that. Oh my goodness, girl, you are so hard on yourself. It's like, okay, I'm doing good, but I'm like, okay, this is not enough. Or if I make a mistake or whatever, I'm like, no, why did you do this? Why? You should have done this. Like, all in my head, like, oh, you should have done this or did this and that and the third. So I have to be compassionate with myself. I have to realize I'm not perfect. I'm human. It's okay. Just don't be so hard on yourself. Yes, you have to get things done, do what you have to do, but just be compassionate with yourself and realize that I'm human. I'm not a robot. Things happen, and I'm gonna go on to the next lesson, which is I realize that I'm not Little Miss Perfect. Okay, I'm the type who, okay, I got good grades in school. I do as everyone tells me to do. But it's this thing that I might reveal later that make me feel like I have to be this Little Miss Perfect, do as everyone tell me to do. And if, and I have to, look at this. Did I do this right? Or things like that. So I was the one with the good grades and the sweet person, and I have to grow to that. And no matter what, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. I'm human. Yeah, that kind of corresponds with the being compassionate with myself. But it's okay to just chill sometimes and not be so antsy. Probably why I have, anxiety, because I have to feel like I do everything right, or else I'm not enough if I don't do this right. So realizing that, hey, I'm not perfect, and that's okay. I'm human. I'm growing and changing every day, so it's okay. Number 8, making a schedule and sticking to it. Now, this is one of the things I just realized I have to do. I have to make a schedule and sticking to it, or else I'm just all over the place. Like, I have to do, when it comes to like my homework and stuff, I have to make a schedule for that. Or if I want to do other things in my life, I have to make a schedule for that, so things will be in line and everything will be in order, or try to be in order. So I'm going to move on to number 9, and number 9 is number 9 is just do it. Even when I'm scared, even when I'm anxious, I have to just go for it. Just do it. You live once, and I can't just hold myself back from doing what I really want to do in life, even if it's hard. So I have to just go for it and just do it. Number 10, staying off of my phone and being in the moment. I have this problem too. Since I like photography, I like to take pictures and take videos of so much stuff, and I keep forgetting that, okay, I'm in this place at this event, and I'm just on my phone, just snapping away instead of just being in the moment. And I'm learning how to do that, and it feels great to just put the phone down, just look at my surroundings and being in the moment, and just like, wow, I'm blessed to be at this event at this time. Everything is great. I don't want to just look at a little screen while I'm out the house. All right. Number 11, stop making excuses. So, number 11, making excuses for myself. Like, oh, I don't want to do this because, I don't want to do this because if I do this, this would go wrong. Or, oh, I can't do this because, or like I have to stop doing that. Sometimes I have to sacrifice some things to get to where I want to go in life. So if I want to be more adventurous, I can't say, oh, I can't do this because, or I can't do this because. I can't keep doing that to myself. So I have to stop making excuses as to why I didn't do this or didn't do that. No more. Number 12, speak highly of myself. Like I said, I'm very hard on myself, and I have to speak highly of myself, say positive affirmations about myself, to know that I am enough, I am beautiful, I am talented, I am intelligent, I am enough. So I have to keep reminding myself that I am good just the way I am. Number 13, stop caring about what others think. I'm still learning this lesson, but it's starting to subside with me not caring about what people think, because I'm pushing 30 now, and at this point I shouldn't care about what people think of me. Who care? I don't care anymore. This is the most I can't think of a word, but I'm just the most non-caring phase in my life. Like, okay, you don't like me, so what? Okay, you don't like how I wear, you think I'm too small, okay, so I don't care. I'm me, you, and it is what it is. So I shouldn't care what other people think of me, because that's not my problem. What they think of me is how they really think of themselves, even if it's, especially when it's negative. If it's positive, okay, but still, I gotta think. I have to, what I think of myself and what God thinks of me matters, not what anyone else thinks of me. Number 14, backup photos on another app. Okay, I did a video on this situation called Let It Go, and I'm usually up top of backing up my pictures, but for some reason I recently moved, so I didn't have internet, so the pictures that I took on a road trip and all the pictures I took on a road trip is gone, because those pictures weren't backed up before getting my new phone that I'm recording on right now. I thought like, oh, okay, and I was at the T-Mobile store getting trading in my old phone. I'm like, okay, back up. I pressed that backup button. I'm like, okay, I thought my pictures were back up, but then I'm like, okay, after getting a new phone and as everything was coming in, those particular pictures weren't coming in. I'm like, okay, the pictures I took days after that came in, but not those particular pictures. And I was down about it for a little while. Then I realized it's just a lesson. Just always back up your pictures on a different platform besides iCloud. Even after buying the extra storage and all that, for some odd reason those pictures weren't backed up. I did post some of it online, so it wasn't a total loss, but it just sucks because I love taking pictures, and I was just sad that those pictures are gone. No matter how hard I tried to, get them back, I'm like, oh, it is what it is. Just always back up your pictures. And that's the lesson I recently learned. All right, 15, take deep breaths. This is something I've been doing recently, and it has helped calm me down, helped me feel less anxious. And whenever I'm feeling anxious or tensed up, I just have to take a deep breath and just stay calm through anything, and I will be fine. 16, stop comparing myself to others. In this day and age on social media, you look at pictures online and you see how you look and how everybody else look online. I'm like, oh, I want to look like that or wear this and live that type of life. And I'm like, my life is just fine. I have to stop comparing myself because everyone's journey is different. It's supposed to be different. It's not supposed to be like the people on IG, because sometimes the stuff on IG is fake. So not all fake, but majority of it is fake, edited, Photoshop, whatever. So I have to stop comparing myself to other people in their lives and what they look like, and just be me. Be grateful is lesson. Sound like I have a lisp. 17. Be grateful. This is I practice gratitude every day. Being grateful for the little things and the big things in life, so important, especially after the pandemic. I was grateful to have everything I was blessed with during that time. Even with the anxieties, I was grateful for the positive things in my life. Like I have family, I have a home, I have money, food, water, just things like that. Or I got to walk across the stage before this pandemic happened. So I have to be grateful for my life and everything in it every single day. And that is something I practice every morning. I write it down in the gratitude book, as I call it. I have like a journal, and I just write down everything I'm grateful for every morning. And that's what helps me stay grateful. 18, take one step at a time. I like to do everything all at once, and I realize that is like making my mind cloudy and cluttered. So doing one thing at a time has really been helpful. Like, okay, I have to do one assignment at a time. I can't just go back and forth and do, okay, I'm gonna do this part of this assignment and then switch to another assignment, and then no, that's not gonna work. Can't multitask. It's too much for my brain. So taking one step at a time in anything in life is important, and that's something that I just learned. 19, make mistakes. This is another lesson I learned not too long ago. It's okay to make mistakes, not like to the extreme, but it's okay to make mistakes just so I can learn from them. Like, how I'm gonna learn from them if I don't mess up? Like, it's okay to learn from other people's mistakes, but sometimes you don't know unless you find out for yourself. And that's something I've learned. That's one of the things I've held myself back from, is just messing up. Like, and now I'm like, oh, I'm clueless about this and that. I'm like, you know what? I have to learn by making mistakes, right? When you walk if a baby walk for the first time, they're gonna fall, and then they get back up and walk again, like something like that. So I had to learn to just make mistakes and just learn from it, grow from it, and take that and move on to the next lesson. 20, we getting there. Read more. I read every day. I read every morning, but reading more is another lesson, because when I was younger, I used to just buy a bunch of books and don't read them. But then I'm like, wait a minute, reading is fun. Reading is fun. You get to learn so much from reading, so many lessons, so many new words and things like that. So reading more is something that I have to do. And actually reading is fun. 21, lesson 21, focus on one thing at a time. It's kind of like taking one step at a time, but this one I have to literally focus on one thing at a time so I can get that task done, instead of just, okay, let me stop doing this and just move on to this. Unless it's like a big project, I'm like, okay, we're gonna stop at this section of this project. But if it's like a small little project, I'm like, okay, let me just focus on this and finish this and then move on to the next. I don't know why it sounds like I have a list, but I don't. I promise you I don't have a list. Nothing wrong with that, but for some reason, I don't know why I sound like I have a lisp here. All right, 22. It's okay to be different. All my life, this thing made me feel like I'm different from everyone, for how I speak, how I interact with different people. This thing that I'm probably going to reveal later on make me different from the rest, and that kind of contributes to pretty much everything in my life. So yeah, it's okay to be different. I don't have to dress like everyone else. I don't have to talk like everyone else. So that's something that's been hard for me, but then sometimes I'm like, whatever. Then, you know, as I got older, I'm like, why am I not like everyone else? Why I can't do this like everyone else? Why didn't I do this like everyone else? I'm like, everyone else is everyone else. I am me, so it's okay to be different. Different is not bad. Number 23, ask questions. This is another big one of mine. When I was in school, I'm like, I got this. But then as I got to grad school, I'm like, oh, okay, how do you do this again? Or how do I do this? And how do I do that? I need help with this. Now I'm just asking questions away. Something that I rarely did when I was younger. Like when I was in high school, middle school, elementary, I'm like, I don't need no help. I can do this. I got it. Like teacher said, okay, you have to do this assignment this way. And this way I'm like, okay, I got it just like that. But now I'm in graduate school and I'm like, I wing it through, but then I realized recently while in grad school, I'm like, maybe I do need to start asking questions because I am confused on this. Can you explain this again? So it's nothing wrong with asking questions. It don't make me stupid. I mean, that's what school is for. You're supposed to ask questions. There's no such thing as a dumb question. And that's something I have to learn too. Number 24, being confident. Wait a minute, I think I said something like that earlier in the video. Being confident in myself. Yeah, I think I kind of explained why I have to be confident in myself earlier in the video, but if I didn't, I have to be confident in who I am, what I do, not have a care in the world what people think of me. So I have to be confident in my body. I have to be confident in who I am, my smile, what I look like, how I sound. So I have to be confident in everything about myself in order to love myself. Number 25, we almost done. Be assertive. Like I have to be firm with myself. I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna let anyone walk all over me. I have to be like, if I don't want to do this, I'm not going to. I'm not gonna be like, okay, fine, whatever, I'll do it. Like, no, I'm not gonna let people talk me into doing something I don't want to do, and I'm not gonna let people talk me out of something that I want to do. If you get what I mean. Like, don't talk me into something I don't want to do, and don't talk me out of something that I want to do. So if I mean no, no means no. If I'm like, yes, I want to do it, I'm firm on that. Last lesson. This video is almost 26 minutes long. Maybe I should just go on for 26 minutes since this is a lesson about, 26 lessons that I've learned in my life so far. So, all right, 26 last lesson. Stop focusing on things that doesn't serve me. That is something I'm still learning now, but I realized that I have to stop focusing on things that don't serve me anymore. Like, okay, I have to admit I'm guilty of pop culture, looking at celebrity gossip and things like that, but then I realized this is not serving me. Like, what do I get out of my favorite celebrities having a baby? What do I get of knowing that so and so is beefing? Like, what do I get out of that? Like, how does that serve me? Okay, people beef, people have beef, everybody's not going to get along, and being a celebrity is no different. So I'm like, yeah, I have to focus on things that doesn't serve me. And also another thing, even in my real life, like, something that doesn't serve me anymore is doubting myself, having low self-esteem. Also, what else? I lost my train of thought. Having low self-esteem, living in the past. That's what it was. Living in the past. I'm like, oh, I miss it when blah 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 blah. Or I miss it when this, that, and the third. I'm like, that's not gonna serve me, because the past is in the past. This is now, and I have to prepare for the future. So that was 26 lessons that I've learned in my life, and I hope you enjoy this video. Like, comment, and subscribe to this channel for more content, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.